Hi, this is Nick at Atlantic Laser Scanning. Today we have a outdoor project with no sphere targets used. We are going to register this project, and then we're going to do some different types of measurements both in 2D and 3D. So first thing we're going to do, because we don't have any artificial targets, we're going to jump straight into registration. And from registration, we are going to jump straight into automatic registration. That will default to top view and cloud to cloud, which is fine in this instance. And all of our default settings should be fine. We'll go right to register and verify. It looks as though our project has come together nicely. We'll take a look here as everything loads up. Now we're looking here at as the scans begin to load, 3 of our scan positions are very close together. Now that could be because there was something significant in this particular area, like a control room, and the rest were picking up other portions. Let's take a little bit closer look. We can drop a center point in here. We could have different levels as well. That's what it looks like. All right, so it looks as though we are having a successful registration. And we will load all of our scans and see how this looks. And our finished product. We can see where we've got a highlighted area here. And again, we've got a separate area over here. We can go take a look at this in a correspondence view. And it looks as though we've got one scan that is an outlier here. And in order to handle that the best way, we can either grab it here in our correspondence view and try to move it to where we think it should be. In this case, might be a little bit difficult, so we can jump into the old user interface and open up the scan in question along with an adjacent scan and pick out some common locations. See if we can put the 2 scans together. In this case, we can see we've got scan 7, which is an outlier, and 8. And even with 7 and 8, because of the location of scan 7, it's going to be very, very difficult to try to put these 2 together. But that doesn't mean that we can't do it. What we can then do is grab scan 7, drag it into the cluster itself, unlock it, and then what we can do is take a look in correspondence view again, but this time we're going to turn off the visibility of everything except for those 2 scans. This way we're not ruining the scan manager, the registration of anything except for the scans that are right around scan 7. So we can take a good look at just exactly what it is that's on this scan. We can get rid of one or the other. Obviously, we're on the scaffolding in this scan, and we can decrease the size of this tool. Sometimes we can take a look at this at different angles. We know there's a building behind these 2 scans, And by looking at them vertically, we can't see them. And by the time we start moving these, rotating these scans around, it's pretty obvious that scan number 6 and 7 are facing opposite directions. So we'll just quickly grab scan 7. Since everything else in that cluster is correct, we'll spin that around and we'll line up the wall. Take a look at it from the top. Reduce that size of this tool. Now we can begin to see some similarities here. As you can see, we've got this square box here and here. Probably the easiest way to put the two scans together is to lie those on top of each other like so. And now that this is done, we can see we could be close. So in that case, we'll go ahead and run this, update our scan manager. When we update our scans, we don't want to update them with a top-down. We'll start with cloud to cloud. See how it goes. And it looks as though we got our scan manager to come up with some yellow lights. And our mean overall statistic is going to be about 9 millimeters. Now, if we want, we can go back in. We'll update this main scans folder real quickly. And now our scan point tensions are just less than 4 millimeters. We can go ahead and keep that. Now, we'll lock our cluster, do a quick update on the actual cluster. Obviously, that's going to come together. Lock that. Now, if we want to begin to do any measurements, we can open up one single scan. And with a quick view, we can reach out as far as some of this part of the structure and still get very good measurements. We'll go with a vertical measurement, get rid of the overall. And to go ahead and check what our location of those measurement positions are, we'll go ahead, use our rectangular selector, right click for a 3D view, and take a look at just where it was for sure that we were grabbing. We have got the ground. Got a pretty good indicator here of the correct location at the top of the structure. And we can go something as simple here as our I-beams. Once again, we can choose a, this time, horizontal measurement. We don't want to get any sort of an angle that'll throw off the actual measurement of the equipment. Again, rectangular selector, right click, 3D view. Set our center point and make sure that we've got a good location of our measurement locations here. Change the size of our points. Looks as though we might be best with the smaller points. And again, excellent location. That should be accurate measurement. If there's any other questions on working in 2 and 3D or putting together a registration with an outlier, just email us at info@atlanticlaserscanning.com or give us a call at 800-955-3960.